We're here. It's easy.
Yes,
Eric
easy. What up, y'all? What
Bellinger.
up? What up? What
We
up?
meet again.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Happy to be with
always
you
a
again.
pleasure with
Thank you,
you.
sir.
I mean, 2 years ago, can I tell you a little story?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, I was fresh in the music industry
All right.
and I had an interview with you, and you
Uh-huh.
were my first
The
ever
first
interview. My first
full
ever
circle.
artist interview, and I was so nervous. I forgot to like hit record
Oh
on like the
snap!
first 3 minutes
It
of
was
the
like,
interview.
actually, I got a better lighting
Yeah,
setup.
no.
Let's
So we've
run that back.
elevated, and like we went from a Zoom to
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
in
yeah.
person. And every time you're in Atlanta, I always try to make sure that we connect some way
Yes.
or the other, and I go to a show or something like that because
Yes.
I'm just so grateful for you as an
Thank you.
artist. It's
Mm-hmm.
been an amazing, opportunity just to see your
Thank you.
continued growth and,
Yes.
the wins,
Yes.
all wins,
All
which we
wins.
are going to talk about.
We have to.
We are going to talk about.
Okay.
So let's get into it. Last November, you dropped your album, It'll All Make Sense Later.
That's
I
correct.
want to get into that.
Okay.
Okay. What do you mean by it'll all make
Yeah.
sense later? Because it was definitely more of an Afro beats
Yeah.
vibe. You kind of
Yeah.
switched it up,
Yeah.
and incorporated a little bit of a different element.
Exactly.
Why did you
And it
decide
was
to go
just
that
that.
way?
That was the meaning, same thing for the title. It all makes sense later.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's such a different sound for me, amongst my fans and the Day One supporters who know me to be a true R&B singer, and I just looked at it like it'll all make sense later.
Yeah.
And we did the whole project out in Africa, and while we were there, just driving in a taxi to the studio, conversating in the back seat, the line "It'll all make sense later" was in our conversation, and it just stood out like someone highlighted it. And we're like, I think that's the title.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
you got like you did all in Africa. What
Yes,
was that
yes,
experience
yes.
like?
It was dope. It was a completely different process as far as creating. When I'm at home or even, anywhere out of town, it's always a lot going on in between studio sessions, hustle and bustle. If I'm at home, you got kids to pick up from school, you got people asking me for favors, you got, just so many different things that I could be doing. But in Africa, my entire agenda was blank. It was nothing else to do. So it enabled me to focus 100% on the music, on the plans for the rollout, aesthetically what it would look like, and I think you can see it, hear it, and feel it with the music.
No, most definitely. I
Mhm.
love I love the whole album. Like it gives me like
Mhm.
a little bit of different feel than what I listen to on a regular basis. But
Mhm.
it's still relaxing, but it
Yeah.
got a little
Yeah.
vibe to it. It's still and you
It's,
still
I'm
hear
saying?
you at the core
Yeah,
of
it's,
it.
it's my version, my
Yeah.
interpretation, but definitely paying homage,
Mm.
to the sound and where it originated from.
Did you get that feeling when you were in Africa that like everybody talks about like going to like feeling home?
Oh
Like
yeah.
I've never been, so
No,
I don't
yeah,
know. Did
I
you get that
did.
feeling?
I did. I did. And what's even better is I was able to have alone time out there. So I was able to go to the beach and walk around in the water with my shoes and socks off. Like I did like a lot. I was like, we're getting our feet in the soil.
Reflecting.
Like for real, for real.
Yeah.
And it totally like transcended the overall experience, and it was just like, man, I'm just in it, like between songs, because we were doing multiple songs a day. We would go outside and, vibe out with the people and see who's walking down the street. And I would just, get to ask people questions. And, I was just really there, so it was fire.
So, I mean, speaking of around the world,
Hmm.
you on tour.
Yes.
That's why we're here in
That's
Atlanta.
why we're
It's an
here.
Atlanta stop.
Exactly.
So your tours,
Hmm.
right? You
Hmm.
bring out all the bell ringers, what you call your
Yes.
fans,
Yep.
and
Hmm.
So what would you say is one song
Yeah.
that when you're on tour really
Yeah.
like is a fan favorite from your bell
Yeah.
ringer?
um, Maybe Drive By. I think that one really is always like a no-brainer, whether it's sometimes, 'cause I always have it in the show. Sometimes it's the intro, we walk out to it. Sometimes it's the closer. Sometimes it's midway through. And it's just, no matter where it's placed, it's always
Yeah.
right on time.
You like to be on tour, or do you like to be on tour? Because you're always on tour.
It's crazy. I don't, but
No, yeah.
nah,
So what's the
it's
most
like I do and I
challenging
don't.
part
You know what
about
I
being
mean?
on tour,
I
though?
love being on tour. I love like the actual process of every day being different.
Yeah.
for 2-3 months, I get to explore. You know what I mean? I'm like, what we doing? What they got to eat here? Or where we gonna go? Or what's the weather here? Or, how are the people in this, area? Or I could see the energies changing based off the climate and the temperature and the weather.
I'll get a lot of that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's dope just to not have the same monotonous schedule.
Yeah.
But when I finally get home from the tour, I'm like, so it's like,
Yeah.
I do love it, but
Yeah,
I think
there's
it's just a
nothing like that.
balance that's, appreciated in it.
Yeah, there's nothing like that first night back at home after like traveling. Like, there's nobody else's shower is like
It's an
my shower. Like,
extended,
this is my shower.
yeah,
This is my bed.
and that's the feeling.
Yeah.
As much as I love it, love connecting with the
Yeah.
fans, love the fans singing along with the music.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate, like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, shit.
I was gonna say that though. You do have a
Yeah.
really great connection with your fans. Like I
Mhm.
got last year, got a chance to experience your
Mhm.
pre-show
Oh yeah, meet and greet.
experience, the meet and
Mhm.
greet, and like it's just so fascinating to see you connect with
Yes.
them. Like really
Mhm.
appreciate them, and they show
Yeah,
up for you.
they
Like they
do.
really do.
They do. I think my biggest thing that I like fans to take away, whether it's a meet and greet or just a show, is that like, yo, I'm the exact same as you. Other artists I've been around and I've been in shows and I've been a songwriter behind, the big sessions, and I always get to watch and observe, and it's caused me to want to be more of a people person, more relatable, and um, just so that the people can see and feel like it's more tangible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By how I'm still the same.
And I like that because you kind of you give I don't want to say a voice, but you're accessible to people who may not get that same type of access to somebody else. Like
Yeah.
I was looking at All Wins ENT. I said we was going to talk about
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
and so many artists that you're putting on and making resources available to them. I want to know.
Exactly.
Tell people more
Yeah.
about that because I don't feel like we got to let that be known.
Yeah.
How important that is.
It's important, man, to just walk with the people. Jesus walked with the people. Martin Luther King walked with the people. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, yes, this is my label, but my experience and my resources and all the time that I have put in, I stood in the gap for you guys. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to have to do my long drawn out trial and error process. And I'm here to help. I'm here to guide. I'm here to point people in the right direction. I'm here to provide label services that most distribution companies are just unable to because they don't have the experience or the know-how. So now everything that you would need, we have it. And it's just so much more that comes along with it because I'm helping.
Yeah,
I'm really helping. Like I'm really hands-on. Like,
so connected,
what do you think about this? Yeah, like as far as the artwork, what do you think about this photographer for your photo shoot, this videographer for the video? Like, it's so many different things that's necessary that artists may not even realize. So my idea is to just pay it forward, and it's my, duty to pass it on and try to be the when people say it's who you know, it really is. So, if I could be that to people, I think it's going to be a big difference rather than like just trying to like, who do I call? Where do I go? I've been there to the, at that place.
And that's big though, because a lot of artists, like you said, they don't have those resources. They don't even know that they need those resources.
Exactly.
And for you to be able to bridge the gap for them is
That's it. Bridging the gap. That's what I said earlier today.
I mean, we got OG in here too. There you go. You want, we got Sis in the building too.
She goes by SY.
Right. Listen, something serious, okay?
Yes,
if you get a chance to experience.
Nah, superstar with bars.
Yeah,
Stay
absolutely.
tuned for 6.
Good, we good.
All right, cool.
All right. So we're about to do this little segment.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give you some questions, and you're going to answer them, but you're going to sing them. All right?
Ooh la la la.
Just like that.
Just like
All
that.
right, so we're going to go with the first one.
Okay.
You want to describe your newest album with one song. What would it be?
I'll say pure. Energy so pure. Pure, pure, pure. Energy so pure. I think we gotta do that.
Okay.
So pure.
It's pure.
The whole thing.
The whole album. I mean, based on you, the whole process of making it, it gives pure. I like that.
It's pure.
All right, pure. So tap into pure.
Yes.
When you listen to that album.
Please do.
All right. What song from the album resonates with you the most?
Okay. I'm gonna have to say, feelings never die. No. They just trying to find a time to show their face. Yeah. It's gotta be feelings never die.
I like that. All right, we're gonna give you some free choice ones. They don't have to be from their album, or they can be whatever ones you want.
Okay.
All right. A song that instantly puts you in a good mood.
Okay. Instantly good mood. Okay, you ready? Reincarnated. I'm a star, baby.
Life goes on, honey, love my baby. Woke up looking for the broccoli. I keep a horn on me.
I mean, I give you that though, because it definitely elevates any vibe.
It does. It does.
Shout out to LA. Okay.
Yeah, it's our time. It's our time.
Yes, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna do two more.
Okay.
All right. This one's kind of for me.
Okay.
A recent feature.
Recent feature.
That you were on.
That's it. That's the question.
That's the question.
All right. We're gonna go with For Fargo.
Let's do it.
As we're here in Atlanta. Let me see. 48 carats. I don't wanna share it. We've been on the incline. Gave it so much time. Can't let it be for nothing. Yo, shit mine exclusively. Only wanna play for keeps. When you make it rain on me under the sheets, I feel some type of way. I've been trying to keep this private, but it's hard to be silent. You mean everything, everything to me. Don't you ever leave, baby. I couldn't stop that. The bars were connected.
I was quite all right with that.
The bars were connected. So,
yeah. No, that song right there.
Thank you.
Okay, last one.
Chef's kiss.
Yes. All right, a song that you would dedicate to your younger self.
Songs is all gospel songs, like them records when I was a kid. But I'm trying to think of like the progression, like, yo, you need to hear this song. It might still be a gospel song for the encouragement. You do?
This
Nah, go ahead, name one.
No,
I don't hear.
Name
a Kirk song. Like, let me see if I know it.
The first one that's coming to my head is Melodies from Heaven.
All right, let me see.
That'll do it every
Let me
time.
see. I like that though.
Yeah.
Let me see. Melodies from heaven, rain down on me, rain down on me. Melodies from heaven, rain down on me, rain down on me. Take me in your arms and hold me close. Rain down on me, rain down on me.
Listen,
we can keep going.
We can keep going. But
Fill me with your precious Holy Ghost. Rain down on me, rain down on me.
Eric Bellinger Gospel Album 2026. You know what?
It might be in the works.
It might. Ooh, let me find out. Honestly, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Obviously, the mic stays on. And, I'm looking forward to everything as always. We always going to keep tapping in. Always.
Vibes on the way.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.